He wants me to read all of this? How much is he paying me? Okay, fine. Are you guys ready for some amazing real estate advice? Are you tired of watching all of these Q&A shows that are so boring and the audio is out of sync?
There's pros and cons to it. And I'm not saying, hey, you should buy a house with an HOA, but you should also be open-minded.
The show that never has any mistakes and is absolute perfection?
Yeah. Why am I passive aggressively labeled as guest?
Oh shit, I forgot to put your name, dude.
I'm seriously... Oh no, what happened? What did I do?
And of course, it always has the most accurate, honest, and factual takes in the history of real estate.
Jorge says these cash buyers are corporations. All right. I keep seeing this over and over again, and honestly, it's infuriating because... So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up the last 10 days of closings of cash, and I'm going to tell you which ones are corporations or not, because I'm really tired of seeing that. 50 to 60%. Yeah, no, okay, I'm wrong. Okay, bird's eye. I can admit when I'm wrong. There is something going on here.
Then you are in the right place. Grab some water, coffee, and a nice low-sodium snack, because I care about your well-being. Welcome to the live stream of the 2020 National Association of Realtors 30 Under 30 loser, Javier Vidana.
Listen, every time I see that, I can't help but cringe just a little. What's going on, everybody? Noticing... Still have the lights red. I should probably make those small, huh? Welcome to everybody who's in the chat. It's Javier. What's going on? Dale 10, I see you. Let me turn on the music real quick. All right. We got SK in the house. Samantha, Anon, Penny. I see some. You guys got some questions already. We got Sebastian, El Papi. I know, anonymous. I get it. Budget Life Save. What's going on? And Eddie. So what's going on? Welcome everybody. Let me change the lights. I think it's still too. Nah, we'll leave it. Market's crashing. Anyways. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's just jump into it. Here to just go answer it. If this is the first time you're catching me live, welcome. Essentially, I like to hop in live occasionally to answer any questions you guys have real time. Get the chance to interact with me and see if I'm full of poop or not. And then of course, answer any potential or any recent videos that I've been making. So obviously the big one right now is the whole Airbnb scare, which is on the top of everybody's mind. You know, listen. The thing about Nick, his name's Gurley or Gerli or something. I can't pronounce the last name. Which is obviously the guy, the Reventure Consulting guy. As much as of a like doom gloomer he is, that guy knows how to market, bro. That guy knows how to get people's attention. So, I can't help but just appreciate that he's good at that. My biggest concern comes from just like what's the opposite of a dog whistle? The freaking nuclear alarm. Like the level he has news is he doesn't just say like, hey guys, news, I found this interesting data about Airbnb. No, it's like, let's sound the nuclear alarm. Oh my god, the market's about to bust. Like it's just, they make it really crazy, you know? So oh no, your Airbnb's not crashing, the Galax family, and I'm not gonna ask if I know who you are this time. So I agree, something has to give. Housing is really crazy, but the problem is people still buying. I would agree more with like, oh my gosh, something's gonna happen soon if people just stop buying. But there's like someone said in my recent video, like anecdotes is not data, and I agree. Personal stories are not data. But my job here is to be able to hop on and give you guys some real life experience of what's going on, right? So anyways, let's answer some questions. I think I can bring back the screenshot thing I was doing, where I could screenshot your guys' comment on the screen. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Sebastian with the sick Fortnite reference. I like it. Let's see. On screen. Okay, so now I should be able. Okay, so I should be able to just do this. Perfect. I'm gonna do it old-fashioned way. Tim, what's going on, Timmy? How you doing? Javier, is it a good time to buy a new build? High interest rates coupling with 6-9 month target closing day is a bit sketch. Yeah, here's the thing, Tim. If you're gonna go with a new build, go with the ones that are almost done. You know, there's a lot of builders right now that are offering, like, they basically buy these giant batches of low rates, and then they use it to incentivize people to buy the houses that are currently being built. So don't get the ones that are like year month from being built, but get the ones that are being like already in construction. Lock in on one of those, and then you can get like my client of mine just got under contract and they're getting like a 4.5 interest or something like that. Yeah, they're way the heck out there in Buckeye, or so really far. But it's just don't go for those long-term ones because you're not getting much of a deal with those for sure. But yeah, no, but new builds, if you're okay with the drive and you're okay being out in the middle of, you know, Timbuktu, then for sure. Let's answer anonymous. Please don't hack me. Anonymous. What's the deal with closing costs? What is this, Jerry Seinfeld? What's the deal with closing costs? That's a terrible impression. They seem to cost as much as a good down payment. Do you think the rates are high right now? Will go down? Is this normal? Great question, Anon. So closing costs. Yeah, I mean they've always been about 2 to 3%, and I guess with prices going up, that 2 to 3% is increasing for sure. So yeah, no, I mean, I think they're going to kind of bounce like 7-8K. Like that's what they've always been around in Phoenix. And, you know, maybe they went up just slightly because the taxes going up. But yeah, unfortunately, a good down payment should be closer to 3 to 5%. So if you live in one of those states like Tejas, where the freaking taxes are super crazy high, then yeah, it would seem that high. But fortunately, it's just part of the thing. You know, the good thing about closing costs is if you find the right situation, the seller can help you pay those. Obviously, the best case scenario is maybe use that money elsewhere, in my opinion. But if that's your prerogative, then for sure. Do you think the rates are high right now and will go down, or this normal? I hate to be the freaking realtor that always, rates historically are still low. I think rates are stupid high right now. I really don't like them, and I really hope they do drop. But the problem with rates dropping is, you know, here's the thing. Rates, we're all getting used to the 7%. When rates drop down to 6%, people are going to be like, oh my God, I got to go buy it. Even though they were like 5 or 6 like months ago, it's going to cost people to go like, oh crap, we got to go take advantage of it. If they drop down to 5 or 4, more people are going to come out of the woodwork. So my hesitancy is if rates continue to drop or they drop lower, we're going to bring a lot of buyers more back in the market. And I think we don't need that right now. Right now, it's still competitive. So, you know, if there's an increased amount of listings and supposedly the Airbnb crash is happening, I think at low rates lowering is going to definitely combat that. No Twitch stream right now, unfortunately. I was talking with my wife and she's like, listen, I'll be honest. I'll tell you what she said. It's like, Twitch is what you want to do and you want to be, but you need to focus at what you're good at is YouTube. So just do YouTube. And I was like, you know what? That hurts, but you're right. All right, let's answer some more questions. Great questions. You guys are really on it today. SK says, Javier, I like your channel. We bought a house last year, but I still keep watching your channel because I like your wits. Well, thank you, SK. Hope you're still here. Penny Marmar, my loan officer told me. Ooh, that's a good one. Let me screenshot that one. my loan officer told me to try to get a conventional loan instead of first-time homeowner program. What is your intel? There's a lot of agents out there that believe that conventional is stronger than FHA. I mean, it's ignorant, right? And every time I encounter it, I correct it, because there's a lot of lenders agents out there that are like, oh well, if I have an offer that's the same as, if it's two identical offers, one's FHA, one's conventional, surely the FHA one has incredibly low incredibly low credit score and barely qualify, and the conventional one surely has amazingly high credit. That's the thing, right? So what happens is there's a little bias there, and you're automatically going to be perceived to be stronger by a lot of ignorant agents out there. So there's that advantage. It's not true. Like, there could be an FHA buyer that's super strong, and there could be conventional buyers that barely qualify. I've seen them, and unfortunately, we can't. I don't think it's going to change it overnight, where people are going to start realizing there's a huge difference. But that's really the thing. I mean, interest rate wise, we can check them out real quick. I don't think they're. I mean, rates are 6.7 for conventional, FHA 6.732. They're about the same, so there's not really a huge like bonus for each one or so. I think yeah, I mean, if you have more of a down payment, I can see how the no mortgage insurance could be more attractive, but it's not like really that crucial, And of course, thank you, Penny, for the telling people to press the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you, Penny. Goat, not sheep. Is the Airbnb crash real? From Robert Reyes, which I think is also a long-time viewer, I believe. Robert, your name sounds familiar. So that's the thing. I think I said it earlier. The thing about Nick, the thing about Reventure Consulting, whatever the hell they're called, is he's very good at marketing. He's very good at getting people's attention. It's a very viral tweet, and he gets data from one source, and he just knows how to give that data to the masses. And my issue is, it's like I'll kind of re-explain earlier, because for those that missed it, is he gets data that's very interesting, and instead of like presenting it like, hey guys, check this data I found, he is like a freaking that freaking insanely terrifying nuclear alarm. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can find it. Like, that shit's scary, dude. If I hear the nuclear bomb alarm, first of all, I'm pooping a little, and it's terrifying. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry for all the people that poop themselves a bit. It's terrifying. And like, but the thing is, it gets your attention, and it's very viral. It's hot. It's so hot, right? So the data is interesting. It's very interesting to see Airbnb is not doing great. It's interesting to see what's going on there. But the problem is, it's presenting it such an extreme fashion that when it's presented in an extreme fashion, there's an extreme response to it, and it makes people white knight and just completely say it's wrong and it's not real and defend it. And then there's people saying it's right, it's gonna crash, let it burn. Well, I hope my video portrayed on the subject is, let me show you some real life examples of what happened when Airbnbs get listed, and let's remember that the people and the characters that are putting these news out have agendas, and we have to make sure that our goals are in line, and we're going to hear these noises from all sources, not just the negative ones, the positive ones, and we have to, stay chill. Okay, so is it real? It surely can be. It's just the way it was presented that was just really, I don't agree with. If that makes sense. Does that make sense, everybody? That's my TED talk. Galax family says I opened Airbnb like 2 months. In 5 months, it's going to make about 21K. And it's a mortgage for a year. Would have been more if there was no crash. I mean, I don't think. I think there's maybe you bought an area that maybe didn't have a lot of Airbnbs already. So, I mean, in your case, it worked obviously. Eddie Ortega, some of my local builders in Central California are offering 20K to buy down rates. Half of these builds are done. All that being said, do you think I can get a discount on them? So builders are not very negotiable. They give you the price that's there. You can definitely try. If there's like no one else competing for these, like you go see a model and there's no, or a builder and there's no one else on them, you can say, can you guys go lower on the price? Oh, they have agendas, so no non-binary people are saying this. You got so yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, all that being said, you think you can get a discount on them? I mean, I've done it before, but it's only in situations where there wasn't like a lot of people looking at a new build. So I think if they get the discount they can give you and just go with it with new builds. It's unfortunate, but you know, all these YouTubers scream crash on every video to get clicks, and yeah. My big issue with these crash daddies is the amount of bodies they've left behind over the last 2 years. Now that sounds extreme, but you know, there's a lot of people that not only have I known personally, but that are out there that listened to this advice over the past 2 years and didn't buy, and now they're trying to enter the home. They're no longer able to buy anymore. They're priced out. You know, when mortgages were only $1,500, they could have bought, but because they decided to listen because they saw a video saying the market's crashing next month, they didn't do it. And because they said surely I'll get the houses cheaper, and now the average price for a house is $2,500. They can no longer afford. So that's just my whenever there's someone telling me you can't do something, or you know, this the other, you know, hey, don't do this, the market's crashing, but at the same time they're also helping investors, which are like, if you don't buy, you're gonna go rent. So literally they're helping the enemy. That's my issue. Billy Bob says when the crash is starting, it started right now. I don't know if you missed it, but the nuclear alarm started. Everybody on stream pooped their pants all at once. Do you have an opinion if it should be legal for non-citizens to buy property in the US? What do you mean by non-citizens? I think here's the thing: non-citizens can buy already in this country. The thing is that non-citizens cannot get a mortgage. So if they can save money cash, they are able to buy now. So they already can buy. How expensive is your camera, bro? Dude, I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years. I don't even remember how much my camera costs and my lens costs, but you shouldn't start off with this camera. Yeah, Manny. That's my question about the citizen thing. Citizens can already buy. They just can't get mortgages, so I'm not really understanding your question. I don't really care about non-citizens nearly as much as corporations. Bro, if you have a problem with non-citizens buying, then how are you okay with corporations buying? You know what I'm saying? American corporations are here ruining the housing market more than non-citizens are, you know what I mean? I see many international investors buying properties when they don't have life in the U.S. Oh yeah, I know. I mean that's you're talking about like out of like corporations, like out of the country corporations, right? Yeah, I mean, the thing is they're gonna find a loophole to buy something. Non-citizens shouldn't be allowed. That's the reason why there's no homes. Billy Bob, you think illegal immigrants are the reason why the housing market, there's a shortage on housing? Come on, man. Come on, dude. That's dude. So just so you know, and I get it, if you don't get your news source, you don't get many news sources from different people. I'm not blaming you, okay? But just so you know, if you're an undocumented immigrant, the only your only choice for living somewhere is going to be you have to go rent, and you have to find someone that's not going to check your credit, or you have to buy a house cash because there's no mortgages. You can't qualify for any mortgage. So you're telling me there's like all these people buying houses cash that are undocumented? Come on, man. Do you think the house prices will go down in the next 2 or 3 months? Not at this rate. But dude, look, in Phoenix. Okay, I was about to say, like, yeah. Here's the thing, Aslam. There's different areas, and like, I did some, like, when I have a client, what I do for them is I do like a weekly. I just do like a little research for them every week. And I did some research, like Gilbert, the list to sale ratio is 1. Like, houses are selling at or above list price. So yeah, there's some gains there. But then I checked another area, like I think it was Mesa or Chandler, and they were like 0.95 or something. So the list to sell average ratio is like 0.95. So it really depends. Like, if there's a good house that's for sale really well and it's priced right, it'll sell a lot more right away. But if there's a house that's ugly, you can get it cheaper. So I don't think there's going to be a massive decrease, but that shouldn't prevent you. If you're able to buy, you're qualified, you can afford your place. Here's the thing. It's a shitty time to buy, but it's a shittier time to have a landlord. So if you have the ability and the means to do it, why not? There's a bunch of people that are illegal that own home. And they can buy homes. So first of all, Phoenix, Arizona has a large undocumented population. So you telling me, how do I not know this? I know this. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm a former undocumented person. I used to be undocumented, and the Dream Act came out, and then I married, and so I'm fine now. So don't call Sheriff Joe Arpaio. So I know more than anyone how undocumented people live, and I can tell you that almost everyone I know who is undocumented doesn't own a house. If there's like one person I know, they bought when houses are super cheap, and they bought because they saved cash. And that's like one out of like a lot of them I know. So once again, I don't blame you, Billy Bob, and I hope people in the chat are not like, let's not be rude to him. Maybe you don't get your news source from multiple parties, and I get that. So I'm trying to have a respectful conversation here, but I'm just enlightening you as someone who lives in an area that's highly populated by undocumented and formerly was literally living with them as one. It's ignorant to think that there's like a large percentage of people that are undocumented. Like, I think first of all, if you're undocumented, your mindset already is fear-based. You're so scared of any kind of authoritative or like housing or anything to do with the government. You're afraid to even touch base with them. Like they wouldn't go out there and put themselves out there to try to apply for a mortgage or something like that, which they would not be able to qualify. So yeah, I mean, I get, once again, I'm not just gonna make this a political thing, but it's just correcting you, man. How many how big are the cash buyers in Phoenix, Arizona? It's funny enough, I pulled this data yesterday. Like, I can show you guys. You guys want to see the cash data? There's still people buying cashes. There's still people buying cashes. There's still people buying cash homes, cash here. And actually, funny enough, there's like, okay, let me just show you guys. Let's see. So, right now, there are 11,576 houses for sale. There are closed listings in the last 30 days. 2 million. I'm just kidding. Let's go back 30 days. 7525. So out of the last 7525, let's see. So remember, on average, 30% of sales were cash buyers during the boom, right? So 7525, 1691 are cash sales. what was it again? The 6091, 7525. So about 22%. So it's dropped about 8 percentage points. And I'm not gonna go through the tax records because I did this, but I went through like maybe like 500 of them, and a lot of them that I went through, half of them, like more than half of them, were like LLCs, like, and it said like renovation. It literally says like fix and flip property, like houses and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of investors buying properties, and a lot of them were like trusts, family trusts, like people who like I don't know if they're retiring or what, but the percentage of FHA home loans too. I can do that too. Well, the Puente area is different. LA, I don't know about LA, Billy Bob. I can't really tell you. But I know here in Phoenix personally, they're not doing it for sure. But you know, LA is a whole different beast. You could be right about that. Yeah, like check out these cash sales. List price $350. They offer $345 and they got it. Like they're not like trying to get this super cheap, you know what I'm saying? Listed $385, they got it for $345. Okay, that one they at least got a good deal on it. Let's go like the 400 range. Here's a Goodyear one. Listed $439, got it for $372 cash. Ooh, looks like it sold to an investor. Let me check out the records on this. Ah, dude, I have like something stuck in my nose. And it feels like I want to just... An LLC bought this. Let's see what's going on there. Hey, I moved to AZ watching your channel. I actually ran into you near Buckeye or somewhere near there. Did you say hi? At a nice restaurant in Buckeye. There's a lot of dudes that look like me. You sure it wasn't someone else? If it's... I've been in Buckeye a lot recently, and maybe I'll stop at a Quick Trip or something. If you see me... If I'm stopping somewhere, it's because I make this stupid decision to eat like during showing sometimes. And it's such a dumb idea. I'm like rush. Oh, okay, nice. I'm like rushing to the toilet. Like if you ever see that, rush. Oh, sorry, homie, swerve my question. Chris, there's a lot of questions. I'm sorry, man. I'll get to your question. Thoughts on real estate mindset? What, like having a mindset on real estate? What do you mean? What's real estate mindset? I'll look it up right now. Is that like a channel or something? But anyways, hold on. Let me look up. Look up this company. See what the situation is. Huh. Looks like they bought 5 houses. Oh wow, this company has bought 7 houses, no, 5 houses in the last month. For what purpose? Rental residential. Yeah, oh. Maybe it's a company that, I don't know, bought it to, I don't know. Okay, anyway, so real estate mindset. What's his name? What's the guy's name? Jeremy Powell?
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and today we're going to go over the Redfin weekly housing market update just to compare the stats, week over week stats. So for the first time in months, we finally have a surge in months of supply. We'll get into that here in a second. But remember, you guys, I'm not a financial...
Dismantling of housing market, city bans, Airbnb decimations, lawsuits surge. Biblical new home overbuilding crash guaranteed. Institutional investors quit. Home liquidation begins. 229,000 foreclosed homes hitting the market. We are 4 million houses short. Oh my god, the housing market crash is happening. Where's that? I need to get that freaking thing saved, huh? Hold on, let me do this real quick. Play this. Okay, let's do real estate mindset. No, dang it. I gotta do another one. Hold on. It's the only way we can. Listen, I mean, if you're gonna watch a doom and gloomer, watch the best. You should watch Venture Consulting if you're gonna watch a doom and gloomer. Doom and gloom, the chicken littles of real estate. The housing market's crashing every freaking week. We'll pull up their channel again right now. Hold on. There you go. He exposed him here. Look. All right, that's enough. That's enough for that. I've pooped myself so much. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's what's working. It's what works, you know. Like, that's the thing about these doom and gloomers. It's funny if you go like back. It's always Jeremy. Was it Jeremy Powell? Why is it always Jeremy Powell? You know, for my videos, I can get like my dad, and that'll probably scare people. Yeah, I mean, it works for him. Guys, there's always gonna be two sides of it. There's always gonna be two sides. There's gonna be this side, there's gonna be the other side. That's totally fine. You guys just know this guy and the other guys can have valid opinions. Watch these videos, get a good feel for it. But the problem is you just decide to just go for one. You know what I mean? I haven't watched too many of these. I haven't watched any of these videos. Honestly, too many of them. So I can't really make a personal opinion. But it just seems like he obviously has a channel direction, and he's just beat that up, and he's doing that. So. Jeremy Powell, yeah, that's what I thought. These doom and gloomers screwed me since 2018. Doom and groomers, that's actually a good one. Doom and gloomers, I meant though. What's up, Red X? How are you, man? Drew, if me Kevin asked you to show him around Phoenix, would you do it? Dude, that bugs me so much when people call me and they go like, hey, can you show me around, you know, Phoenix? Like, it's a lot. You're asking me for a whole day commitment. So if me Kevin, I wanted me to show him around Phoenix, I'd be like, dude, I'm sorry. If you want me to show you, you know, different properties, I can, I guess, but that's a lot. For every politician in the world, in the world is in his thumbnails. I literally saw Nixon. Nixon's in there. Hey. What's the best grocery chain in Phoenix in your opinion? Great question. El Super, Fu City. I'm a Safeway guy, actually. Albertson's a Safeway, the same company. Flex saw me when I was riding a bike. Hey man, stop following me. I missed a lot of questions while I was checking this guy's channels out. Sorry guys. What do you think about me, Kevin, being faded and driving, acting like a Karen? What? When did this happen? What? What the hell? When did this happen? Do you follow any Phoenix area YouTubers? I don't. Who is the go-to Phoenix YouTuber? I don't even know. Is housing supply coming anywhere close to beginning and match demand? Every area is different, man. You got to look at local specific neighborhoods for sure. Local specific neighborhoods. Drew Biddle says, huh? I agree. Huh? Is the right question. Can you look at $500,000 houses in Rockville, Maryland? Like, show them? I look them up now? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. Who are the Phoenix YouTubers? Come on, we got more people than in the Phoenix here. I mean, we have not just people in Phoenix here, so I don't think we can speak specifically like local stuff here. I guess I can look up like Phoenix housing market. Anyways, let's get back to it. Is Las Vegas a good investment area? I have no clue. I have no clue. Can we talk about another one? I looked up Phoenix housing market. In the process of buying a house, what's your thoughts on a 2-1 buy down? Yeah, I'll talk about that right now. I'm just here. I'm looked up Phoenix housing market. Of course, we got the big daddy here. We got these guys, EPB Research, RJ Talks, and then what's up with Graham Stephan? Like that's another.
What's up, you guys?
Like it's all like negative stuff too, huh? How much can you actually afford by salary? Oh, dude, this guy copied how much can you actually afford by salary? You know what's funny is there's this guy. Let me look up this thumbnail. Let me show you guys some stuff.
What's up, Graham? It's
So this exact title, like I was like on YouTube one day and I saw this and I was like, what? So how much housing can you actually afford by salary? This boy literally just stole his title. He did the same exact title. How much can you actually afford by salary? How much can you actually afford by salary? Wow. That's insane. But anyways, this caught my attention. It was like, hey, that looks familiar. Hey. That's it, crazy face. That's it, crazy face. But anyways, so he copied my thumbnail and he copied his title. Funny. I've been to Grand Canyon multiple times. I like a lot, probably like 3 or 4 times. Every time I have like a good friend come visit, we have to go to, if they're coming to Phoenix, we have to go to Grand Canyon, I think when Kyle came to visit, actually, we left. We went to the Grand Canyon. That's the last time I went. Anyways, 2-1 buy down. So let's talk about the 2-1 buy down. So for those that don't know, a lot of the builders are offering you a 2-1 buy down, which in simple layman's terms, the way it works is, let's say right now interest rates are 6.7. Well, a 2-1 buy down, the way a builder explained it to me, is that essentially year one, you would get like a 3 point or 4.5 or something low for the interest. The second year, you would get a like 5.5 or something, 5.6. And after year 3 to 20 to 30, you're going to get like a 6 or 6.5 or whatever, right? So here's the thing. There was someone out on Twitter I saw the other day that was like, oh my gosh, the adjustable rate mortgages are back. The key difference between an adjustable rate mortgage and these are the adjustable rate mortgage like fluctuates with the market and the market trends. This one, they're literally giving you a discount on your rate the first 2 years of you owning the house. Now, in situations where we were looking at these houses, what I normally see from builders is they buy down your rate permanently. Like Like they buy you down to 5.5 or 5.8 or whatever, and that's what you get for 30 years. Well, the builder was actually offering a 2-1 buy down, where the first 2 years were like 3, the second year was like 4, and the year 3 to 30 was a 5.5 or something, super cheap. So not only were they giving you that discount for the first 2 years, but they were giving you the discount for the remainder of the term. So the thing is that you have to be aware. There's 2 things you can do with that. You can buy the 2-1 product or whatever that is, the initial 2 years. That's a separate fee. And then there's also the buying the rate down permanently for the rest of the term. That's a separate fee. So if you can find a builder that can do both for you, then you're in the clear. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that, because not only are you getting a cheaper rate for years 23 to 30, but you're also getting a nice little discount the first 2 years. But the important thing that people need to know, no matter what kind of terms of the 2-1 buy down you're looking at, is you're not going to base your budget off the first 2 years. I hope that's pretty self-explanatory, but I got to say it. You're not going to base your budget off your 2 years. You're not going to say, well, I'll start making more money in years 3. I'll start, I'll get that promotion in year 4. No, you're going to basically, what you should do, honestly, is you should pay whatever that payment's going to be for year 3 and up. You should pay that starting year 1, so that extra money goes towards a principal, so you can start kind of really snowballing that debt down. If you insist on not doing that, then use that extra whatever you were going to pay instead to save it. Don't. So in your brain, you should be paying that higher payment anyways, and just save the rest. Hi, Javy. Are you alright for a zoner? What's a zoner? Oh, he added a question. He added a question mark. Yeah, no, it's different than mine. You should be flattered you're that good. You know what? I am flattered, but it really motivates me, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but my YouTube is not like, I'm not popping off like I used to. I don't got that good stuff anymore, So it's just like when someone gets something that worked. I don't have too many things that worked on my channel, but when I get someone that grabs something that worked and then it kind of uses to propel them, I'm like, oh man, like I need to get back to it. I should start making those kind of videos again or something, Do you see more out-of-state buyers in your local market? No, I'm not seeing much. The competition is happening amongst people that are already here, not necessarily title, not necessarily out-of-state people. Playing any games? I want to play. I have Diablo 4. I want to play it. Of course, I've been slowly beating Tears of the Kingdom, not Breath of the Wild. I just haven't gotten around to actually beating it, so just that, really. I would love reviews of house listings. I could do that, but I just don't know if I am allowed to. All right, our offer got accepted on our first house. Congrats, Priya. After seeing 20 plus houses and countless offers. There you go. There you go. Good stuff. How many down payment do you usually put down for a home over $1 million? I think you gotta do a jumbo product at that point. Normally, I don't know what I'm not a lender, I can't tell you, but I know that your down payment needs to be definitely higher. But I can't tell you with certainty what that number is. Billy Bob says, you look like you'd be cool to take some bong rips. Oh gosh, those days are gone. Have I ever tried a bong? I think when I was with my uncle, I tried it a few times. You know what's crazy though is I never, like, I was talking to my brothers the other day, and apparently when you smoke, you're supposed to inhale. Anytime I've smoked throughout my entire life, I've never inhaled. I've always just like, right? But then they were like making fun of me. They're like, what? You never actually no, why would I want to inhale smoke? That's like dangerous. Why would I ever do that? But I've never inhaled. So it's like, did I ever really get high when I was young? So, Noe Mora, what shows am I watching? Right now, just like casually while I'm working out, I'm watching The Bear season 2. What's up, Zoila? Long time viewer. What's going on? Gotta get back to the mustache. No, that mustache. The mustache days. I think yeah, let's not talk about the mustache days. Ray praise, that's a good question. Why is the West more expensive? It's just the perceived value, right? Real estate's all about perceived values. It's been more desirable, quote unquote, to live in the West, I assume. I can't really speak about long projected terms of what's going to happen with real estate. That's a topic for, first of all, it's speculation because there's no idea what's going to happen there. But, you know, I can see maybe if the mass population on the West starts moving out to the East and just spread that value around, maybe it happens, but it's way out of my league. I'm having a hard time knowing what info to share with lenders. I have $90,000 cash in market, where middle income housing is $315,000. Just so scared of telling too much. So a lender's not. First of all, a lender's gonna. They work for you. Like they're not gonna sneak you into a mortgage. You know. They're not going to be like, oh, they have this much money. Now we got them. No, it's like, give them all the info. What's the best you got? Okay, great. I'm going to go shop this around. Be in touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they work for you. I totally agree that balance is key when formulating an opinion on the housing market. You and Reventure are both my go-tos when it comes to educating myself in real estate, buying a house. I would caution and say, I don't think it's fair to totally say Reventure Consulting is purposely hyping a narrative for views for basically stay alive and feed his audience. He's formulated a theory philosophy for a negative sentiment of the housing, and in his many videos that rely on statistics and reputable sources. But I can understand how watching one video can make him come across that way. So Rose, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I'll repeat it. My issue isn't with him or the data. I think if the data would have been presented like, look at this look at this interesting data I found regarding Airbnbs. I think there is a conversation to be had about the Airbnb. Like, okay, this is interesting that the Airbnbs are tanking, and it will be interesting to see what happens when the people are forced to sell. My problem is the boy doesn't just go and say, hey guys, look at this interesting. The boy goes like, the housing market crashes here. You know, it's like so dramatic but once again, it gets views, it gets attention, it gets all that, and that's fine. But when you have such an extreme like title and thumbnail and like this your mom's busting and the housing market crashes, it creates fear and it creates distrust, and that fear and distrust has created a negative sentiment, and a lot of people did not buy over the past 2-3 years when they should have bought, when they could have afforded a house, and they are no longer able to afford because of that fear. So then my thing is, if that fear, like it's purposeful. That fear is purposeful because it creates views, it creates attention, and when somebody's in the business of creating views and attention, then their main objective isn't to educate the people. The main objective that I have to conclude is to get more views, and more views equals more money. So that's my problem. If I came across personal, I apologize for that. I've had days to think about it now, and I think I can present it in a different way. But that's my problem, Rose, is that the way information and data is presented in a way to create views, but not really concerned for the damage it's doing for the people that might be actually influenced by what you have to say. Google account is like, bro, I'm gonna get this guy's time. Google account's like, this guy, I'm gonna ask this guy. It's all right, Google. Would you say 15K gross income is competitive to purchase a home? Dude, every market's different. You know, if you have 15,000 gross income, you're doing pretty well. I mean, I have to see your debts. I have to see everything, but you seem like you are, you know, Google account. I just have to lead you and say, use a budget calculator, figure out what your monthly payment works, and buy based off of your budget, whatever your budget is. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any insights on online lenders like Rocket Mortgage? I actually, this is going to be shocking. They're not sponsored, but I had a client of mine who recently went with Rocket Mortgage, and they were actually pretty good. They were ready to close sooner. They gave a way better rate than the other lenders. It's just, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, online lenders, when it comes to online lenders, especially the person I specifically worked with, wasn't that bad. Nah, you're good, dude. Don't worry. Don't worry about a Google account. Rose, are you still here? I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Because I value, though I do appreciate people that are just like, you're right, Javier. I value people who are like, hey, you know, I'm this, you know, devil's advocate. You better tell them more than what you have. So does a car salesman. Robert Maya, would you recommend getting your pre-approval prior to retirement, or wait until you retire to have a mortgage based upon pension? Ooh, good question. I mean, I would just kind of off the cuff, I would say base it off your pension, right? Because your long-term payments are, but then you might not be able to qualify. But then should you be qualifying for a house if you're about to retire? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like you should probably based off your pension. David Tran, when I bought a house recently, my business credit card debt did not pop up. So maybe your lender's different, but that's just my personal experience. Javier, would you buy in the Phoenix area for a long-term growth? I have been. You know, I'm not renting. I haven't rented. I've bought and sold my residence for the past, you know, decade. I'm in my fourth or fifth house. So this is the one we're holding on to. And, yeah. But would I do it right now? I would not buy right now for long-term hold. I would buy right now because, like, there's people look at the investment side of housing, but there's also like a personal stake to housing. Like to buy your own house and claim your territory on this damn world is like this personal journey that I feel people should go through, right? And I feel like that should be the main priority in your journey to buy a house right now, not necessarily the investment side of things. So you're looking at the investment side of things, and yeah, it's terrifying. But if you're looking at like, I'm buying a house because I don't want to be renting, and I'm going to be in this for a long term. So I'm like, whatever happens to the market, whatever I'm paying, I can afford this payment. I'm going to pay it, and I'm going to do this. And that's the attitude you should have. Oh, it looks like Rose left. That's unfortunate. Do you think WFH will cause disruption for commercial real estate? Working from home. I was like, what the hell does WFH? Do you think working from home will cause disruption for commercial real estate long term? Do you think it works around it? That's a great question as well. Man, Ray Praise, you're coming out here with the hot questions. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is that what's interesting that I'm noticing is that these like tech companies that are moving to work from home, like they're not going to existing commercial spaces. They're like going to different cities and they're building new properties, right? So I'm interested in seeing what happens with the existing commercial properties and what happens there, because if there's not, I don't know if there's enough companies to take over or sustain all the leftover companies, you know what I mean? CD-ROM, we're looking at Litchfield Park. Yeah, am I familiar with that area? I'm right here right now, bro. That's where I live. I live in the LPP. My last 2 houses I bought have been in LP. So yeah, CD-ROM. If you're looking to buy a home and you need an agent, ArizonaHomeGoals.com. There's a link in the description. I'm not sure. ArizonaHomeGoals.com. In your opinion, at what price do sellers look at jumbo loans are risky to commit to accept? That's a great question. I'm not the guy to answer that question. I work with a lot of home buyers under $1 million, so I couldn't be to tell you there. Hoping working from home causes less offices and more homes to be built. That's not a bad idea. There's a lot of old commercial buildings out here, especially like in the certain parts of the city, that I would be like, why are you still up? There's no one in. Like, just demolish this and get some freaking houses here. But that's just the dang realtor in me. That's just the dang realtor in me. So what's up with you guys? Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry. That sucks. If you typed it all out and it didn't post, that sucks. I apologize. But like I said, it's Rose, honestly, if you don't mind, I want to be able, like, for the longest time I was like in this mindset of like, oh, I have to be against it and be very against it. But you know, it comes to a time where I'm just accepting, like, there's gonna be this like voice, and maybe it's not bad. Like I'm like villainizing him. Like, I would love, from someone who watches me and him, I would love your perspective of like what you would want to, like, what do you want to hear? Like, you're not here to hear opposing views. You want to hear like maybe some, I don't know. I'm just curious, and if you have the time, if you can email me what you were gonna say or just your general thoughts, because I would love to hear your feedback. Because once again, you're very unique, where you watch me, you watch him, and you value both of us. And whereas some other people are just, they hate me and they love him, or they love me and they hate him. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have time, obviously, I know that's already asking for too much, but my email is contact@javiervidana.com. Thank you, Rose. I'm talking Wesley. What's up, man? I'm talking about Reventure Consulting. One thing, Samantha Mejia. One thing about concerning office buildings is residential is not as simple as people think. Think about the floor plans needed to replace, because can open public electrical work. Better to demo than rebuild. Yeah, no. I meant, that's what I meant. Like, you can't use the pre-existing foundation. You got to just take everything out, which will take a lot of money. Probably too much money. Robuilt? What's that?
I never thought in a million years that
What is Robuilt? Looks like he's been talking about Airbnbs for a while. I would be so interested in talking with this guy. Yeah, so this guy's been talking about the Airbnb crash for a while, huh? Reach out to him. Rolando Javier just love me. That's, if you were to describe my mental illness, it would just be, Dad, just love me. I sold less houses in 2022, Surf Rinse Repeat. It's because I sold my house and I bought this house and I was like, I made it. I don't have to sell houses anymore, and I didn't sell for like a few months. It messed me up. No problem, Kimmy ASMR. Appreciate it. Have you ever thought about doing what? Share, yes. Do you have insights on online lenders like Rocket Mortgage? Is the last question you asked. I don't know what you're talking about. Has inflation impacted some of your buyers' purchasing power? Yes. So a lot of buyers that I talk to, well, here's the thing. People that reach out to me are like usually very like prepared and like very like all right, I've been saving for this much. I have this. I just realized my cactus looks a little off. Let's just say that. Anyways, but the everyday folks, the people who are just like one person working household have been affected, which is unfortunate. Let's see. I'm gonna email Robuilt right now. San Diego's too expensive, but it's too hot in AZ. I guess you can fan yourself with the money you save. Yeah, man. I like San Diego. I went there for a bit. A lot of homeless though. Which Phoenix is also having that issue recently. What does your cactus look like? I don't know. What does it look like? Looks like a cactus, right? Alt account, Ohio, and I'm pretty sure a guy doesn't. There's no way he has alt account and setting up this. What's up, D Josh? Selling your first house, buying another one, dude. Weren't you here when I was first live streaming? You're like buying your first house, and now you actually bought it, and now you're selling the house you bought and you're buying one in the craziest time where the market's about to crash. That's crazy, man. I don't represent buyers outside of Arizona, unfortunately, Google. For that, you have to go to homeandmoney.com/Javier. If you're looking for an agent anywhere in the country, all you got to do is go to use agent referral. All you got to do is go to homeandmoney.com/Javier and fill out your information and all that. All right, let's see. Should I get Steam Deck 64 10% off or 512? Always get more space. Always get more space. Always get more space. Always get more space. Always buy more space. You always regret it. Always buy more space. Always buy. Hey, I've been watching you for a long time. Although I'm building a house, you've been so educational. Well, thank you, Imran. Appreciate it. Is there a... Thank you for the $2 super chat. Is there a statistic on single married versus married buyers? It's a great question, Victoria. I'm not too sure. Think about renting out my house, and once prices pick up, another one. First house, 30-year, 2.265. Damn. What a good interest rate. 2.265. Jeez Louise. Good for you. Never get rid of that, man. Never get rid of that. I'm gonna open up my live stream real quick. You might hear statistic on single married. Sorry. Wow. Kimmy asked, "Do you really think the market's about to crash? Because I'm ready to try start and just scared and nervous about the big decision." Kimmy, here, let me speak to you here. It says you're an ASMR channel, so I'm gonna whisper it to you. No, I'm just kidding. It's never gonna be a certain time to buy. There has to be more than just it being a financial investment, because now more than ever it's not a sure financial investment. you have to be so certain about why you're buying a house that if you bought a house and it lost half of its value the next day, you would have to be okay with it, because A, you're buying with your budget in mind so you can afford the monthly payment, and B, you're buying it to hold on to it for a while. You're not buying it to sell it in 2 or 3 years. So you're like, there's more to buying a house than just the financial aspect of it. There's something about buying your own piece of property in this United States of America and saying, this is my house and no one can take this from me unless I stop paying my mortgage. And that has to be carrying you right now more than it being a smart financial decision. So I get why you're worried about the housing market, and that totally makes sense. I understand it's terrifying, but the thing is, think about other things right now other than that, because right now, if you're waiting for the right time to buy, get in the time machine. It's a shitty time to buy. It's a shittier time to be a landlord. To have a landlord. Sorry, not be a landlord. To have a landlord. So really look inward. Ask yourself, why am I buying? If you don't have a valid reason, if you don't have a sense of urgency, if you don't have the savings or the budget, then don't buy. But if you have all of that, onward. I'm not investing right now, Royale. Baby was born and it insurance didn't cover anything, so that's where the money's going right now. Dash where the money's going. No baby right now, by the way, if you guys were wondering. We are baby is mom, she's not here. Went to go visit, didn't take me. I'm just kidding. No, I decided to stay. I live with my mom, my brother, and his girlfriend, my partner, and 2 dogs. So it's so hard to shoot ASMR in this place. Well, hey, it's not just you. You have a lot of people that are living with you. Tell your partner and your brother and his girlfriend, hey guys, pitch in. Let's go. When I calculate how much house I can afford for X% of net income, I should be factoring property taxes, utilities. Yeah, so your monthly payment should include. No. Your monthly payment includes in taxes, yes, but utilities is not part of that. Where's the puppy, dude? That's not. While are you here? Nah, he's in the main house right now. He's a little dirty too right now, so. Whew. I usually get tired at 1 hour. I'm like, I just realized I just saw the time, 1 hour 15 minutes. Whew. David Marquez, well, congrats, man. New home builds or old build? New home builds are, if you get okay with the drive, go for it. If you like have to live in a certain area, then yeah. Waiting for the crash or right time to buy just increases the purchase price. Yeah, it'd be so interesting. Like, imagine me putting my feet, like laying on my stomach, just with my feet up in the back. It'd be so interesting. Just yeah, let's role play right now. I'm on the beach. We're on a towel. I'm like this, laying on the grass. My feet are up in the back. We're looking at each other and we're talking about the housing market. It'd be interesting to see if the market starts crashing. Like, it would be so different than last time, because we're so connected on Twitter and social media. Like, how would that look like? Like, if there would be I bet you, like, if it starts crashing and the prices start going down, there'd be so many people like sounding the alarm on the housing market crash that I bet it would like intrigue investors that come in the market and start buying stuff up, and it would like counteract things. It would just be interesting to see that, because it's a much different society than the last housing market crash. You know what I'm saying? Austin Wu, my girlfriend and I are tech workers, 30% down payment, California Bay Area. Congrats. Interest rates are killing me to the point where we have that down payment amount, but the math doesn't work. That's a lot of positions that a lot of people are finding themselves in. Explore new builds, Austin. I know there's a lot of new builders out there giving a super low rate. But that interest rate sucks right now. And if there's no sense of urgency to buy, no like true reason to get out, then I see why it's hard to get out of there. But that's definitely a situation a lot of people are seeing. And Kimmy, how are you been today? I'm okay. I'm good. I didn't have my coffee today, so I could use a coffee. Markets respond in real time now. There's no week delay or rule errors no more. Yeah, that'd be, you know what I'm saying? That'd be just so interesting to see. Like, what would happen? Like, markets crashing. Boom. Like there'd be tweets, there'd be like videos sounding the alarms, and like then people, what happens then? Then rates go, like rates will drop and people will be buying, you know what I mean? Victoria, hey Javier, 6-7 years reasonable amount before reselling and upgrading to something better. If you have equity, like if you buy a 3-bedroom and in 6-7 years you have 3 kids, yeah, dude, you gotta move. You know, it's like more than just looking at like the time frame. There's like a lot of like family stuff or anything that happens. You know what I'm saying? Are there any down payment assistance programs that are worth it now? There's a lot of lenders out there that are doing a 1-point program. Have you guys seen this? They're doing like 1% down. And I like a Rocket Mortgage emailed me about it. Cross Country Mortgage recently told me about that. It's interesting. But it's like there's a lot of course, like stipulations and whatnot. So, you know, but I'm seeing a lot of them. I have to explore the option though, see if they're actually decent. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it. I appreciate everybody stopping by and visiting. It's 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna head out now. Schedule some showings. Probably get some dinner. Some pineapple pizza for all the OGs. Appreciate everybody who stuck by. Andy, Ray, Jordan, Rebel, Dominic, Don, Christopher, Out Royal, Galax family. Was it Marisol? Was that your name before the Galax family? Austin, Victoria, all our newcomers. Kimmy, I know Kimmy's a newcomer. All our OGs like Zoila. I appreciate you guys. I think I'm gonna be popping in live more. No more. I'm not gonna do Twitch for a while, guys. I'm gonna stick to the YouTube for a bit. I gotta, honestly, the reason why is I gotta start grinding again. I gotta start getting the YouTube stuff going again. I gotta start getting, you know, the business going again, because baby's bringing in a lot of bills and I just gotta hustle, you know. So you're gonna see a little more of me. But anyways, I'm here to give value. So if you guys, you know, if you feel free to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Oh, Rose and OG too, of course. Rose, you're about to post. Okay, I'll wait for your post, Rose. No problem, Eddie. Appreciate you. We're waiting for Rose to post. I thought you were going to email me, though, Rose. Okay, there you go. The posts are coming. What I like about Nick is he does a really good job, in my opinion, at comparing and contrasting different variables that historically and potentially currently influence the housing market. As we know, there is always bias. However, I do think he responsibly demonstrates his overall philosophy with facts, and I think it's fair to hold true to their belief and present that conviction. I also do believe he... Thank you for $10 super chat, Kevin. I'll definitely get a coffee on you. I also do believe he sincerely subscribes to his own narrative versus someone pushing an agenda for the sole purpose of monetary gain. I will say anyone who tends to lean on absolute spectrum of things can have blind spots. I don't think people should just be watching his videos as absolute truth. He is full-blown convinced, and a broken clock works twice a day. What a good take. So I think more people should follow Rose's example. Watch any content creator, realize their flaws, realize that they have their own, not necessarily agenda, but their own narrative, and take the good from what they provide and provide your own opinion. Rose, I think it's a good summary, right? So Rose Russell, thanks for stopping by. I hope everybody stops the guy. I'll be live. Maybe I'll do it on the weekend. Maybe I'll stop by Saturday at noon. If you guys are on the Twitter, you guys follow me there, I guess. I have a Discord, but I haven't really been on it that much. Let me see if my Twitter's on my link. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, I guess. The Javier Vidania. Just look me up. Appreciate you guys, and then we'll try again on the weekend. Everyone else, take care. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nani Ghost. Appreciate it, and Rose as well. Victoria.